Is Paddy really about to leave Emmerdale for good? A trial is closing in, and just one wrong statement, one moment of losing control, could make everything fall apart. In Emmerdale, Paddy, Bear, and Dylan are facing one of the most intense chapters yet. All three men are dealing with serious charges, including murder and perverting the course of justice. With accusations this heavy, their futures are hanging by a thread. Paddy is no longer as calm as he used to be. In the episode airing on Friday, May 1st, he tried to keep himself busy, as if staying occupied would stop him from thinking about the trial ahead. But deep down, it is clear that Paddy has already started preparing for the worst. The fact that he quietly begins putting his affairs in order shows that his fear is no longer just a thought in the back of his mind. It has become a very real possibility. Before this, Paddy had tried to convince Simo to testify for Bear, but he failed. That left him almost accepting that all hope was gone. However, Marlon refused to give up. He brought Graham in to track Simo down, and then an unexpected twist changed everything. Simo arrived in the village and confirmed that he would give evidence in court. That moment gave Paddy a small sense of relief. When Zara explained that Simo's testimony could strengthen Bear's defense, hope began to return. But it was not the kind of hope strong enough to erase the fear completely. Paddy knows very well that one new witness does not mean they are safe. After an emotional family meal, Paddy took a quiet moment alone, looking out across the village. That scene says a lot about his state of mind. He is not only afraid of the verdict, he is afraid of losing the life he has built there. For Paddy, Emmerdale is not just a place to live. It is his family, his work, his memories, and everything he is trying to hold on to. As the new week begins, the trial finally gets underway. The atmosphere becomes even heavier when Paddy and Dylan share a heartfelt moment before walking into court. Both of them know that from this point on, every word could decide their fate. April is the first to take the stand, but the pressure of the courtroom quickly overwhelms her. Marlon tries to encourage her to stay strong and tell the truth about Ray, but under cross-examination, she begins to lose confidence. Afterwards, April fears that her testimony may have damaged Dylan's case. Psychologically, April is not just afraid of the courtroom. She is carrying a huge sense of responsibility because her words could directly affect someone else's future. That kind of pressure can easily leave a young person confused and shaken, even when she never intended to hurt anyone. After April, Dylan gives his evidence, followed by Simo. Meanwhile, Bear begins to unravel as he is forced to relive his painful experiences in front of the court. This could become one of the key turning points of the trial. Bear is the one carrying the deepest emotional wounds. What he went through is not just a memory. It is an unhealed trauma. When he is placed in the tense environment of a courtroom, whether he can keep his composure or not may strongly affect how the jury sees him. And when Zara reveals that Bear will have to testify himself, Paddy's anxiety grows even stronger. Although Bear's counselor may help explain the abuse and trauma Bear suffered, the biggest question remains. Can Bear control his emotions when he is forced to face the darkest parts of his past? Right now, the situation is still extremely dangerous for all three of them. What Bear said during his police interviews, including admitting that he intended to kill Ray, creates a major problem for the defense. On top of that, the financial evidence and Bear's behavior in prison also make the case even harder to turn around. Paddy and Dylan are not in a safe position either, because both of them have admitted to lying to the police more than once. Even if they had their own reasons, those lies could still make the court see them as untrustworthy. So is Paddy leaving Emmerdale? At the moment, the show has not confirmed the fate of any of the characters. The outcome of the trial is still being kept under wraps. However, later scenes show Paddy starting to worry about his future as a vet. This suggests that the verdict may not be as simple as guilty or not guilty. It could also bring serious consequences for his life beyond the courtroom. The possibility of Paddy leaving the village cannot be ruled out completely. But it could also be that the writers are pushing him into a major crisis to test him, rather than truly writing him out of Emmerdale. Judging from everything happening now, Paddy may not lose everything immediately, but his reputation, his career, and his sense of stability are clearly under threat. Meanwhile, Mandy is also facing her own crisis as she is forced to close the salon due to a lack of business. If things go badly for Paddy after the trial, Mandy may not only lose her livelihood, she could also risk losing the person she depends on most. Everything is leading into a tense and emotional week. Simo's testimony may offer a chance of hope, but Bear, Paddy, and Dylan still have many obstacles ahead. Will this trial save them, or will it mark the end of Paddy's life in Emmerdale? Keep watching to see how everything unfolds. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the latest Emmerdale updates.